First thing we'll do is build the vessel. I'll create polygon cylinder here. These are the measurements I'm using. You could use other sizes. This will make a relatively tall cylinder with quite a few horizontal or axes in the vertical column, the Y axis, and several divisions as well. Now I'm going to cut this in half. So I have it, a number of axes here is pretty high because I want to have half of that. And you can see, like I said, it's going to go in the Y axis. So I say create, that's what I get. I don't want these caps. That's what this top looks like. So I'm going to delete that and delete that. So now I have essentially a hollow cylinder. And then I'm going to right mouse, say face, and select the front half of the faces and delete them. And that leaves me then with the back half that I'm going to work with, okay? So now it looks dark in here. It looks black because you have to go into lighting and ask the software to turn on two-sided lighting. All right, I'm going to do that down here as well in the side view. Okay, so with this selected, right mouse, go to the object mode, and go under the edit mesh menu and say extrude. And I get this little dialog box here, this option box. I'm going to select the local translate Z and middle mouse drag, I'm sorry, left mouse drag that value to a negative, really doesn't matter. I'm going to go negative, let's go negative like 1.5. Okay, so I'm trying to simulate a vessel, so I need some thickness in the wall, and I'm really mostly looking at this as if it was the aorta, so I want it to be pretty thick. Okay, and that gives me a decent half cylinder. Now, there's one little problem here. When I hit the number 3, select number 3, which is the smooth preview, see the edges get very, very soft. They get rounded. So the software, this is number 1, which is the literal polygon structure. 3 is the preview. The software, when you hit preview or if you were to hit smooth, basically divides these faces in half. And that's why you get a kind of rounded edge. So if I want to make that edge crisp, or at least keep it crisp, there's a number of ways to do it. The easiest thing for me, I like to work in the perspective window here. So what I did then is I was in the window 4 panel view, and when I hit the space bar, whatever the active panel, which was the perspective panel, became. And I'm going to go under a tool up here that says Mesh Tools, and I select Insert Edge Loop. And when I drag, hold down the left mouse and keep it held, keep it depressed, I get this dotted line that I can move near the edge. I'm going to do the same thing if I can on the other side here. It's not seeing it there, so let's try to come from this way. Let's try it again. Well, let me do it from here. Let's try it from the, if I can get it to work from the side view here. Alright, what I'll do is So I've gone from the other side. Now let's see if we can get it to go. There we go. So sometimes you just get this. Maya will give you a problem just because it's making an error. Nothing we did wrong. So now I'm back in that perspective view, and I'm clicking, and I want to get the sharp edge up top as well. So I'm putting that extra edge. So again, I'm using the Option key in the middle mouse to pan when I'm in. Actually, that's dollying, I believe it's called, or tumbling when I'm in the perspective window. Left mouse will tumble, middle mouse will pan, right and left, right mouse will dolly or zoom in and out. Okay, so I need one more edge down here at the bottom. Still got the Insert Edge Loop tool active. Okay, now when I hit 3, you notice it's smooth. You can tell it's smooth from the top. But you see I have a much crisper edge. Okay, and you can actually adjust that even further. When you're in the preview mode, you can say right mouse, select edge, double click. And if you double click on edge, it should find an edge loop. In other words, you should find all the edges in that loop. So if I were to do that, and then I could move that edge. It might even be better to say slide edge, which would let me move it up a little bit. That's how I can actually adjust it even further. I can go get that edge and move it or slide it. Okay, but that's close enough to what we want.